What's up guys, Learning with Rich here. In this video, we are going to learn how to override elements in Navisworks 2025. Okay, so let's do this. So there are three types wherein you can override your elements in Navisworks, or there are three options. So you can override the color, you can override the transparency, and then you can also override the transform or the transformation of your model. So let's say, for example, so let's try to do that here on our model. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of having all the model linked properly to each other, like this one, wherein you have the architecture, you have the HVAC, and then you have the structural. So I'm just going to separate these three models, okay? So we can see the three options that we are going to explore, okay? So let's say for the architecture, I'm going to select the architecture, and then I'm just going to move this. So I'm going to move that somewhere here. And then for the structural, I'm going to click the structural here, and then let's say I'm going to move to this direction on the X. So I have the tree model, right? So let me just hide this grids here. So that one can be found on view, and then let's uncheck or deselect show grid. So I don't want that. Okay, there you go. All right, so what are the three options? So the first one is changing the color. So you can change the color of your elements. So it's either one by one, like you can select an object, and then after that, you can right click, and then there's the one that I'm talking about. So override item. So you have three options. So you have color, transparency, or transform. So you can select that, and then let's say for the color, just select color, and then you can change it. So that's it. Very simple, right? So I'm going to undo. Undo. All right. Okay, so you can select individual. Okay, you can click one element, and then you can right click and change the color. Now, instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the color of the whole NWC file. So like for example, for architecture, I'm going to right click that, and then I'm going to select here override, and then I'll select here override color. So let's select that one. So let's say that we're going to be red, for example, and then I select here OK, and it becomes red. So how about HVAC? So let's right click that, override color. So let's say blue. OK, there you go. And then structural, right click, override, transform. Oh, sorry, not transform, but color. So right click, color, and let's say that's yellow. Okay, so very simple. So that's how you override the item's color. Okay, aside from that, aside from right clicking, you can also access the override item or the appearance of your element through the item tools tab. So if you select one NWC file, click, and then you can see here item tools. So you click that one, and then you can see here the appearance. So as you can see, it's already set to blue, right? So if I click architecture, I select item tools, you can see it's already red. Okay, and you can actually reset the appearance here. So if I click this one, so as you can see, it will reset the appearance, right? So you can also do that in the item tools tab, aside from right clicking and then looking for override item color. Okay, so let's try again. So let's click this. So instead of using right click, override item, override color, so I'll just click NWC, and then let's go to item tools tab, and then let's go to transparency. We already discussed these options here, right? So now for the color, I change the color. And what's the color again? So red. Let's click that one, and then just click outside. There you go. So that's how you override the item color. Okay, now the other options here is you can override the transparency. because there are some instances you want your MEP model linked to an architectural or structural model, and then you want to see the transparency of the structural model. You want to adjust that so that you can see only, or you can see through the MEP elements. So you can change the transparency. Okay, so it's the same procedure. So just click, right click, override transparency. So just click that one, and then you can just move the slider, right? So maybe like that, and then okay, and then just click outside. So it's actually transparent. You just can't see it, but it's actually transparent now. Okay, so let's click this. Let's go to item tools. So you can also do that here. There you go, there you go. Okay, and then again, you can reset the appearance. So I reset the appearance, and then I'll just change the transparency. So I click that or slide that, and then just click outside, and you see it's transparent. Okay, so let's try that one as well on our structural. So let's click the structural. All right, let's try right clicking. So right click, you can also do that here. Override item, override transparency, and then you can use the slider. Okay, click outside. There you go. So that's it. Okay, so that's the second one. So override transparency. The other one is we actually did the first one wherein we when we move our element or our NWC, we override the transform. Okay, so let's do this. So let's right click architecture, override item, override transform. So if you click that, you will be able to specify here the distance where you can adjust it along x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. So let's say for the architecture, so you want to move that from this location, you want to move along x-axis. X-axis here is, if I'm not mistaken, that's the red element. Okay, so that's the x-axis. That's red. So that's positive x axis, that direction. Okay, and then the green gizmo, so that's your positive y direction here. And then of course the positive z direction is going up, the blue gizmo there. Okay, right, so let's say let's override that. So let's right click, override, and then let's transform. So let's say along x, so positive, so let's say I'll change that to 500. So we are expecting that this model will going to be moved to this direction here, 500 meters. Okay, and then select okay, and then let's zoom out, and there you go. Right, and then if you are going to select again the architecture that we just moved, and then override the transform, you can see that it's now starting again at 000 point. So it's now here. So if you're going to move this like 500 again, it will start to this point here. It will not start to the origin, like for example here. Okay, right, so let's try to put it back again. So if you want to put back again all your models link properly again, because we override the transform, we move it. So what you can do is you can change the unit and transform. Okay, units and transform. So you use this one because there is no way for me to use the override transform. So let's say I do not exactly know the value that I have typed. It will always start at 0, right? For this exercise, I know that this one is 1000, so I can just type, or 500, so I can just type minus 500, right? But there are some instances wherein you select the object, and then you just move it like that. So you don't know the value, right? And then you move up or you move down. So you don't know the exact value. Okay? So what are you going to do if you want to put that on the same insertion point as the mechanical? Okay? So let's say the mechanical is our reference here. So we want to put back all the link model to our MEP. Okay? For us to do the coordination. So how are we going to do that? So instead of using your override transform, which is really difficult to do because you don't know the exact value that you're going to type, so you use units and transform. That one. Okay? But before you do that, what you do is you find first what is the location of your HVAC. Okay, your HVAC. So to do that, let's right click that and then let's look units and transform, click that one, and then you will see this origins here. This origin in meters. Okay? Right? So what you do is to maybe just do a screenshot of this. So I will do the snipping tool and then I'll just get that one. Okay? And then I'll close it. So now that I know the origin of my HVAC, so I can now apply that to my architecture and structural. So how? So just right click the architectural and then let's go to units and transform. By the way, you can always reset. Okay? You can always reset. If you mess up, you can always reset. Okay, so but I'm not gonna do that. So let us use units and transform. So let's select units and transform. Okay, and then you key in here the value. Okay, so the value on that one is 417.622.267. So that's the value on my HVAC. So 78713.983 and 237.896. All right, and then I'll select here OK. There you go. So there's now my architecture. Okay, so I'm going to undo. Okay, still undo. All right. Okay, so I already undo. Now let's try to reset. Okay, so I'm going to reset the transform. So let's click reset transform. Okay, so right click again, reset transform. Okay, as you can see, it's not working, right? Transform. Okay, or click item tools, reset transform. So it's not working, right? So that's your best bet. So instead of doing that reset transform, so just use units and transform. So let's right click that and then units and transform and then you type here manually. Okay, so let's type that 622.267. This is also very useful if your NWC files for some reason is not lining up with the other link model. So this is how you link it manually. Okay, it happens wherein sometimes your MEP model is not lining up with your structural model. So if that happens, so you use units and transform. Okay, so I'll select OK. There you go. All right, and then same with structural. So let's right click that, units and transform. Okay, so 417.622.267 and then okay, so the value is the same. All right, so this one. All right, so it's same value. Let's select OK. There you go. So they are now all lining up and then you are now ready to do the coordination. Okay, so you can use units and transform if there are some instances your link models, they are not lining up. So let's say because the one of the link model or NWC file that you are using is from IFC file, so it's not lining up with Revit file. So you use units and transform to line up manually. So you use this. So you need to get the values, and then sometimes also the rotation. They have different rotation. Okay, so you can use rotation tool here, and you can also scale your NWC file here. All right, I'll just select OK. Right, so basically that's how you use your override items, override transparency, color, transform, and units and transform. Okay, so hopefully you learned something from this video. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.